Alexa here. So today I'm going to do a zombie cowboy. I just thought of this one day and I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm sure it's been done before, but here we go. I'm starting off with a fresh moisturized face, and no, I'm not naked. I have a little bandeau top on. Hold your horses. I'm putting on a base color. I'm just using some foundation and I'm just going to lightly powder over that, but I'm making sure that this is blended really well by my eyes, my ears, my neck, my jawline. As you can see, my face is a little bit paler than the rest of my body, but so we're just gonna go with my face color. I am lightly powdering over with a really big fluffy brush so it's not too compact and dense. And I'm just going to do one side is going to be like beautiful, pretty makeup, and the other side is going to be the zombie makeup. You can do a full face of pretty or a full face of zombie, whatever you feel like. I am starting off, I'm using a champagne gold on the lid. I used a brown on my outer V and my crease. I just blended that in with my finger. I am just filling in my lower waterline with a black and my eyeliner with a black. I am also applying a grayish black color to my outer V and just slightly blending into my crease. You can make this look as soft or as dramatic as possible. I just wanted to contrast some of the colors a little bit. I'm using my eyeliner and I'm just giving myself a little bit of a wing. When I think of saloon girl, this is like the eye look that came to me. Like, she was once a saloon girl turned, you know, zombie bounty hunter, but she's from the Wild West. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know if this correlates, but that was the story in my head. I'm filling in my eyebrows how I usually do, very stylized. We're not going to do like a natural brow, we're going to go full on glam on this side. I'm just buffing a little bit of blush under my skin, just a little bit of blush, and then I'm going to be going back and contouring just around my temple a little bit with a darker like bronzy tan color, and then I'm just going to carve myself some cheekbones since I don't really have any. I'm highlighting just on that side, just with a really nice light color. I'm using some mascara just to make my eyes look better. Bitter? I don't think my eyes could look better. Bigger. I'm also using that on my bottom lashes as well. Let me tell you how weird it is to put one false eyelash on. It is just really weird just having it on one side. And then while that dries, I'm just doing little freckles all over my face. And I took this all over my face pretty much. I did it on my cheeks, my nose, right by my lip, my chin, and I added some into my forehead too. I didn't want to sit there and let you guys see all of the moles be drawn onto my face, or freckles, I'm sorry, because I just feel like that was a waste of time, and this tutorial was already getting really long and I had sped it up as much as I could. We're at the 20 max speedy time, guys. And that little hole above my chest, that is my left side, and that's where I wanted my bullet hole to be. So that is, I just carved it out there. So, the bigger they were, the more I just patted down with my finger. It just made it look more realistic. You can see I added more there. Going back over with my eyeliner, the band of the eyelash, just so everything looks beautiful and perfect. I'm adding a nude color, just kind of like it's going to stay on my lips throughout this whole process. You can use a liquid lipstick if you'd like, but I opted to use something a little bit more moisturizing. So I'm going in straight away with the black around my eye, and don't worry, this is where it gets messy. The other side is perfect and pretty, you know, perfect quote unquote, and this side is the zombie side. So to add to her story, I was thinking that she was dancing or serving at the saloon one night, and there was a bar fight and she accidentally got shot in the chest, and then she decided to seek vengeance on dirty men. Not that I think all men are bad, this was like the story in my head. So I'm adding black all around my eye. Make sure you pick a really pigmented black. I'm using the black from the Melt Cosmetics. It's not the radioactive stack, but I'll have everything linked down below, or listed down below, if you want to check it out. I'm using a fluffy brush and just blending that all over my eye socket. And we did take this under our orbital bone too. Now, here's the part it's kind of hard for me to talk you guys through, because I just kind of did whatever I wanted to, honestly. So I used some different shades of red and maroons and purples and blacks, and I just mapped really out where I wanted to be. I wanted there to be decay in her cheek. I wanted there to be like fresh or blood around her eyebrow eye, and I wanted her nose to be decayed, and I wanted her bullet hole to be decayed but still oozing because she's still angry, if that makes any sense. This whole tutorial doesn't really make sense. So I just laid down some eyeshadow, but now this weird like red gelatinous color I'm putting on is like scar blood. It's not scar wax, it's called Crusty blood, and it dries to like a dark, you can get two colors, but I have like the darker color. So it'll dry to a crusty blood. And when I thought of the bullet hole, I've never done one before, so it was a little bit difficult for me. I wanted it to be like twisted, like her skin is still twisted, like she became a twisted person. But it didn't really transcend. This was also my first time working with this specific type of liquid latex, and I wasn't sure that I liked it. So we're just letting all that dry. As you can see, once the crusty blood is drying, I haven't added anything to it. It just gets darker. The more you add, I feel like the more pigmented it gets. So this white that I'm putting on, I'm using a Q-tip. I know, highly unprofessional, but I'm using a Q-tip, and I've got some like flush blood too that's like hanging off my cheek right there. And I'm adding some scratch marks because she had a battle with a werewolf. This whole story doesn't make sense. This is like one big, excuse my French, shit post, but it's fine. So this isn't my first time working with this specific latex, and I wanted to test it out with a Q-tip because the other one I do use it with a Q-tip or a palette knife, and I couldn't find my palette knife. So now around the bullet hole, I'm making the skin really, really raised, and I'm adding more crusty blood over that just so it sets in and it's even more raised, because the crusty blood does give it a little bit of that raise too. So yeah, this is just gonna make it look just raised even a little bit on the scratches. And then I didn't really show you guys, but I went in and I did a lot of detail work with like black and then a dark maroon and a purple color. I just did a lot of like dot work and detail work once everything was dried, but most of this tutorial was literally just me editing it out of like the drying time. So you can't go in right away, otherwise your stuff will smear. Here's my fresh blood. So yeah, please use a Q-tip with that, or you can use your fingers. I just don't like to get my fingers dirty, ha ha ha, quote unquote. The scratches were fresh, so I wanted to make those as drippy as possible. Also put a little blood on my brow. A little blood never hurt nobody. Also, if you hear anything in the background, my dog is here with me, and we're just hanging out. We're having a great Sunday. So now I'm just going in and I'm just kind of dabbing. Like I said, some color, did some detail work with my fingers and my brushes, and here's the final look. So I added a hat and a wig and a, what do you call it, bandana, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. If you have any suggestions for future tutorials, videos, please leave those in the comments down below. I'll be sure to get to them, and thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Halloween. See you in the next video. Bye.